Welcome to the Midnight Library. I see you found your way here, despite the hour. Tell me, what time is it where you are? And where are you listening from?
I had been sitting in front of the mirror for nearly 2 hours, but time didn't feel real anymore. My makeup was half done, my hair pinned into soft curls, yet I couldn't stop staring at myself. My heart was racing. My palms kept sweating against the satin of my gown. Today was supposed to be the day I'd been waiting for my whole life. The day I finally married Harry. Harry wasn't just my fiancé. He wasn't just a man I'd dated for 6 years. He had been my best friend since childhood. He was 4 years older, but somehow, he'd always made room for me. When we were kids, he protected me from bullies when I was too small to protect myself. I grew up watching him, admiring him, falling for him in ways I didn't even understand until I was older. And for years, I thought I'd never get the chance. I thought he'd always see me as just the younger sister of the girl he really cared about, Jessica. My sister, my rival, my shadow. 7 years had passed since Jessica died in that accident, since she fell from the cliff during our family holiday in Montclair. And even after all this time, I could still hear the sound of my mother's sobs from that night, as if the grief had soaked into the walls of our house. And Harry was there too. He cried harder than I'd ever seen him cry. And sometimes I wondered if they had been more than friends. I hated myself for wondering, but the thought never left me. After Jessica's passing, life felt like it had lost its balance. For months, maybe years, I thought he would never laugh again. But slowly, Harry began turning to me. We had always been close, even before. But after she was gone, it was like he clung to me, and I clung right back. And I couldn't be happier, because for the first time, it felt like I wasn't just Jessica's little sister. I was someone Harry saw, someone he needed. If he needed me, I'd do anything to keep it that way. The makeup artist powdered my cheeks, brushed a faint pink over my lips, and for a moment, when I leaned closer to the mirror, I saw her, Jessica. It was me staring back, but the resemblance was too sharp. The cheekbones, the eyes, the way the curls framed my face. For a split second, I couldn't breathe. I had to remind myself we were sisters. 2 years apart, of course we looked alike. That didn't mean anything. The door creaked, and my mother slipped into the room. She sat quietly on the chair behind me, her hands folded neatly in her lap. "You look beautiful," she whispered, her voice breaking just slightly. "Jessica would have been so proud." My throat tightened. I didn't answer. I just smiled faintly and nodded. Her words lingered long after she left, like perfume that clung to the air. I stood slowly, careful not to topple under the weight of the gown. It felt suffocating, layers of fabric pressing down on me. It wasn't the dress I wanted. I had dreamed of something simpler, maybe a mermaid gown, sleek and elegant. But Harry had said he liked this one, and for me, what Harry liked mattered most. So here I was, drowning in tulle and lace, trying to convince myself that this heaviness was worth it. I peeked out of the small door into the church hall. The guests were arriving, their voices filling the air with nervous excitement. I whispered the first line of my vows under my breath. My heart was pounding. This was it. The day I had replayed in my head 1,000 times. Everything was supposed to be perfect, until the sudden entrance. The doors at the back of the church swung open. 2 police officers walked quickly down the aisle. Their heavy footsteps cut through the music, through the whispers, through the anticipation. Every head turned, every sound died. They came straight to me. "Miss Nicole?" one of them asked, his voice gentle. "I'm afraid there's been an incident." The other officer lowered his eyes. "It's Harry. He's gone." I froze. My ears rang. The world tilted under me. People gasped. Some began whispering. I couldn't move, couldn't speak, couldn't even breathe. The officer continued. "We're so sorry. He was found in his room. He left a note for you." My hands shook as he pressed the folded paper into my palm. Everything else blurred. Guests panicked. Some left. Some tried to comfort me. My mother was nowhere in sight. My bridesmaid Lucy guided me into a small empty room off the corridor. She tried to stay, but I begged her to leave me alone. After the second time, she finally nodded and closed the door behind her. The room was cold, bare. Just a chair and a mirror leaning against the wall. I clutched the note in my hands, my heartbeat thundering in my ears. It was his handwriting. I knew the way he looped his letters, the pressure of his pen when he was upset. My vision blurred as I opened it, and I read the words that would destroy me. "Dear Nicole, from the very first time we met, I knew how deeply you cared for me. But in my heart, you were always Jessica's little sister, someone I should protect, never someone I could truly love. I must confess, Nicole, I have always loved Jessica. From the very beginning, she was the one, and when she died, a part of me died with her. For years, I searched for her in every woman I met. And when I looked at you, with your uncanny resemblance, I tried to convince myself that maybe, just maybe, I could find her again through you, that I could learn to love you as her. But after 6 years, I can't lie to myself any longer. I cannot walk down that aisle today. I cannot promise forever to a ghost I could never replace, and to the woman who took her from me. I would rather lose my life than vow my love to Jessica's murderer. Harry. My breath caught, the words blurred. Murderer. I read it again and again. My whole body shook. My knees almost gave out. What did he mean? How could he know? That night, it was just me and Jessica, no one else. No one could have seen. I told myself that 1,000 times over the years, that what happened on the cliff belonged only to the silence between us. I stumbled toward the mirror, but the reflection wasn't mine anymore. Jessica's eyes stared back at me. My hands found the heel of my shoe. I hurled it with everything I had. The mirror shattered. 1,000 shards scattered across the floor. And in each broken piece, Harry's last word echoed. Murderer.
Another chapter closed. Leave the candle lit in the comments and tell us what part of the story stayed with you.